Welcome to the Wise Men Say preview show. We're back again to discuss Saturday's trip to Coventry City. And I'm Matthew, and I'm joined by Tom and Richard. Hello, how are we?
Hello, Matthew. Yeah, I'm good. It's great. It's too hot
It is.
here. It's
How
very,
is it?
very hot.
Not
Yeah.
very warm here. It's all right, actually. It's just a bit.
But yeah.
I'm all right, thank you as well. You know what the weather's like because I'm only like 2 miles down the road here, so a bit more.
2 miles?
Yeah, 6, 7.
Well, yeah. Anyway, yeah. That's the small talk out the way, then, isn't it? Really, I guess.
It's really funny for the listeners at home. We re-recorded the start because it sounded awful, and we had a first opportunity to rehearse that, and we've made it sound worse second time around, incredibly.
Oh, well, I don't know. They didn't hear the first one, so
We were talking about Richard's ordering eggs when we play Coventry City.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
an incredibly
And,
sad meal.
A very
so
sad meal at £7.
So last time we had a wise men say meeting before. That sounds really rubbish, doesn't it? We had a production meeting before we played Coventry, and
we have production meetings, and the podcast sounds like this.
Yeah. I mean,
Imagine what it would sound like if it didn't.
We had a 2-hour production meeting before this, and we couldn't even get the intro right.
But yeah, we had breakfast. Quite a cultured way of doing it, having breakfast. And I ordered what looked to be the safest thing on the menu, which was poached eggs on toast, which was supposed to be like farmhouse bread. But farmhouse, as in that's all the farmhouse had in at the time was a loaf of like Mother's Pride. So yeah,
You know when you ordered
ropey.
it, what did you have in your head? Like, what did you imagine?
Like rustic bread.
Right. Describe rustic. Define rustic.
Like not a square loaf.
Right.
Like, rustic as in like a nice bloomer or a core.
Oh right.
Or,
okay.
Sourdough, which is
cut
like,
from the bread.
Yeah, like probably cut. Like I wouldn't have agreed with sourdough personally because I don't like fizzy bread, but the not like Warburtons. I mean, I don't mind a slice of Warburtons from time to time, but if you're paying like £7, yeah, maybe
of that bread for that.
So 2 eggs poached. Yeah. I mean, okay, like poaching an egg does take a bit of skill, and then 2 slices of Warburton's best. It probably wasn't even Warburton's best, actually. Warburton's worst.
It was, Morrison's own sort of.
Yeah.
So you could recreate that meal at home for what, 60p?
Well, I do recreate that meal. That's what it's just breakfast. But I don't pay
like it was eggs on toast, and that is what you got.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
What did you have, Matt?
I had a breakfast, but it was terrible. It was rubbish.
Are they sponsoring this podcast?
The Seaburn sponsors the Wise Men Say podcast. So do go along for all of your breakfast needs before Sunderland play Coventry on Saturday. It was. It wasn't as bad as Richard's, to be fair, because that was just tragic. To be fair,
does sound.
Is that is the small talk out of the way? Then that's fine. That's gone quite well.
Better. That's better.
I'm just noticed that we haven't still haven't signed a striker. So do you want to talk about that again?
3rd week running.
Yeah, we could just copy and paste what we've said previously.
Can we just put last week's pod out?
I mean, it is a joke, isn't it?
It's terrible. Like when did we sell the Agi now? What, 3 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago?
Before the season started, wasn't it?
Yeah. So those immediate breakthroughs in the transfer market. Yeah.
Just didn't materialize. And
I mean,
we're playing Coventry that have two strikers, two
I
actual
mean
strikers that they
that's
paid actual money for.
nah. Come on, that's too many.
Yeah, well, that's it. One's going to have to sit on the bench while the other one plays, which
Yeah,
obviously,
exactly. It's like
yeah,
why are they buying two strikers when everybody knows if you only need one striker because if you buy another one, then they'll be like, well, I don't want to come here and be like on the bench all the time. So I don't
yeah.
really know what they're playing at.
Well,
And they
obviously,
just
strikers don't get injured either. So
no right, okay. Well,
striker
not
will play
yet.
for Liverpool. Yeah. So I don't know. Like it's just not good enough, is it? Really? Mowbray clearly had been told that a striker was coming in imminently, and it's now Wednesday afternoon. We still haven't brought one in. The cut-off's obviously Friday lunchtime. There doesn't seem to be anything imminent. Well, Q signing the striker
Yeah,
now, but there be anything immediate in terms of certainly a permanent signing. There's just lots of rumblings of people following Sunderland AFC on Instagram online, which seems to be the new barometer for signing a
yeah.
striker.
Or
But
we
yeah, and everyone hates Danny Batth as well.
yeah. Or the new thing. Although is it such a new thing? Essentially, like we get linked with a striker, and then people look at reserve games, and they're like, oh, he's not in the squad. He
Yeah,
must be like
Yeah.
signing for us immediately. Um, so that's the new thing. I mean, the player we've been linked with was Jay Stansfield. Um,
yes.
again, a Fulham youth player, had a loan spell at Exeter, scored a couple of goals for Exeter. Very, it's like again, he's a Joe
Did quite
Gelhardt
well.
situation.
Yeah, did
Yeah,
quite
I'm sure like he did quite well at Exeter and all that. But again,
he's in.
it's like here, son, lead the line for us. We haven't got anyone else. It's on you. So it's the same thing repeating until we actually get someone over the age of 20 that, hey, I played in the championship quite a lot. I've scored a few goals here. It's
Yeah.
like, I'll be a striker and you can still have Hemir and another. But no, it's just going to be another case of, oh, here you go, lad. I mean, we don't even know if you fit our system, but here you go. Get involved. So
But no, it's right. I mean, you bring in Stansfield, and it's like it's just that can't be it though, Richard. Like we can't only sign him, but it doesn't even. Well, we haven't even signed him yet, and he did well in. He scored. I think he scored 9 goals or something for Exeter. That was in League Two. Um,
yeah,
Mm.
he's very highly rated at Fulham, and that's fine. But like, we're not calling. Like, I'm not calling for Sunderland to sign someone who's like 34. Just someone who's 25 and has played 100 games would do. Like,
mm,
Yeah. I just don't
I
think it's
don't
going to happen. Like, I think they're so kind of far down this road now that the kind of the first bit for me was when they gave Hemir the number 9 shirt. Because for
yeah,
me, I know squad numbers have changed and people have daft squad numbers, and maybe 1 to 11 doesn't really have the same kind of prestige, but there's certain numbers in a squad that do, like the number 9. We're not going to go as far as they go up the road in terms of like iconic number 9, but it does mean something, and you can't just give a child the number 9 shirt and then you keep that vacant for maybe a marquee signing. That suggests to me
mm,
that maybe Hemir was top of their shortlist, or at least the one that they really wanted to go for. And whatever they're doing now is very much reactive in the market. And they were very much dogmatic in the, well, we don't need to sign too many strikers because we don't actually play with strikers, when That's what Tony Mowbray was crying out for all through January last season, and towards the end of the season, he was like, "Well, next season we'll kick on when we get a striker, and we'll just go back to square one every time." And I'm not sure whether the likes of Christian Speakman are going to learn, or whether they're so far down the road of signing young talent but not actually signing experience. But you say all that, and then why did they bring in Bradley Dack?
Or Jermaine Defoe.
Defoe, yeah.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I'm just not holding my breath for the end of the transfer window to bring anything.
It will be.
It will be. Yeah, I'm sure you were just about to say it's going to be a last minute loan.
Yeah.
That's not going to fit the bill.
It's going to be like scrabbling around and like, oh, you'll do. So this whole like, they seem to have this like, they say they have this like model, which implies in my head that you've got like some kind of strategy, but they clearly don't, because like no club has it with a model and a strategy relies on, oh, we'll just see what we can get in the last week, because we've realized that we have no strikers, and the one lad, the 19-year-old that we pinned this all on, he's not actually not going to hit the ground running as we thought. So yeah, I don't know. And again, whoever comes in is going to be a player that's played a lot of youth football, maybe had a loan at somewhere below the championship. Yeah. And he's going to be thrust in as like, oh, by the way, we're trying to get promoted, and it's all on you, mate. So it's just a daft way of doing things. And also, it says to me, it's like they're not really serious about wanting to get this team promoted. If you're not going to fill the roles that we need, it's like, let's stop pretending that this is a promotion season, because
that's it. I mean, the things that need, like the things that we need, they're not even like, oh, it'd be nice to have, this signing or whatever. No, we just don't have anyone to play there at all. Like, and if this was a goalkeeper, you'd go out and just buy one. And like, it's just if it, I know, like people, oh well, let's judge it when the window's closed. Well, it closes in a week actually still. So like it is now quite close to ending. And this is now will be our fourth league game of the season on Saturday. We'll quite easily lose. And then if we go if this window ends and all we get is a lone striker who's 19, then I'm sorry, that just isn't good enough. Like, because you've had not only this transfer window, you've known that we were going to need a striker since probably January 2018, really. But like, at least since his injury, you knew he wasn't going to start this season. He was not going to start this season. Yeah, he might come back in a month's time, but he's not going to be match fit. He's not going to be fully up to speed till nigh on Christmas, let's be honest, right?
Like, ideally, we just don't want to. He's going to be rushed back. That's the issue. Well, he's going to be rushed back, and he's going to get a hamstring injury or something, and that's going to put him out again.
Yeah, exactly. And then it'll be like, oh well, they got unlucky again with Stewart's injury.
Yeah, and it's also at the end of it, it's like, oh yeah, bye at the end of the season, like, because he's not going to sign.
Ends the season with 3 appearances and 5 goals.
Yeah, and it was because I've seen already that they're doing these things. Like, oh, why do we need to bring in another striker? It's not that important because Stewart's going to be back in October. It's like it's not like Football Manager where the little red dot disappears and he's like, oh, he's great now, he's fine.
Yeah,
it's baffling.
But then, of course, I still think, striker aside, we just haven't made any sort of progress in the transfer market at all. Like in the last couple of weeks since Dak came in. Yeah. Like, we need a midfielder. We are crying out for a defensive midfielder. And there's just no indication that we're even trying to get one.
Hey, what you said earlier on in the week, Matt, about wanting Neil to play more in that withdrawn role that he played so well in last season. because Eckler's not as good in that role.
Yeah.
It is quite true. It's not as you say, it's not fair on Neil, but it does highlight that we are still very thin in that area. And we lost Matete in that preseason friendly, so we are kind of thin on the ground. Job Bellingham isn't the defensive midfielder. We've seen that. Everything that we've looked for in Connor Evans, we just don't have. Connor Evans. Who the hell is Connor Evans?
He's the third Evans brother that they keep in the attic.
Yeah. Well, is he any good?
Actually, unfortunately.
He's the one who hates football.
Yeah.
Bring him in anyway. No, we missed him so much I forgot his name. That's how much we've missed. Corey Evans. Connor Evans, who the hell?
That does raise a point. It's like when these kids eventually get like burned out they have to have rest at some point. And it's like, who do you play? Like, now we've decided that Luke O'Nien is the best centre back of all time. We can't move him.
Not even talk about that, please, because.
Well, we can't move him out of central defence. We're selling Danny Batth. We don't. This Triantis.
We're just trying to give him away.
Well, they're trying to give Danny Batth away or whatever. We'll get on to Danny Batth.
Yeah, that's exciting.
There is a Connor Evans that plays for Stockport. He's Welsh.
Oh, that's who you meant then.
Yeah, that's clearly who I meant. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, bring him in. Yeah.
Well, the point is, it's like, who do you play there if any of the three of them get injured? Because they want to get rid of Pritchard, they want to get rid of Gooch. O'Nien can't move away from centre half because he's so good there, and so who goes there? I don't know who. Like, is Ellis Taylor a defensive midfielder? The one who couldn't really cut it at Hartlepool?
Yeah, left back, left winger sort of thing, I think.
Right.
I don't know. Like, the thing as well, like, you've mentioned it, so I'm gonna talk about it. The 09 thing at centre half. At the minute, considering we're reasonably, we have Danny Batth not playing, it would be one of those times where you could maybe go, actually, we could use him in midfield.
Yeah.
Like 09. But for some reason, that doesn't seem to be happening because he's now the main centre half we have. But
that was raised the other week, wasn't it? And it was just like Phil Smith from the Sunderland Echo said, "Oh, the club are absolutely not seeing Luke O'Nien as a centre midfielder; they're seeing him as a defender." Right. So, but he played that one game against QPR and did okay. But why does Luke O'Nien get to play in the position he's considered best in? Why can't he be doing a job? Why does everyone else have to do a job and Luke O'Nien have to get?
Well, he's
the place that he.
But like when we bought him, that was literally why we bought him, because he can. That's why managers liked him, because he can play wherever you tell him to. But now it's like, he has to play centre back, and he's also now captain. So now he can't be dropped now, presumably. And that's the thing, we don't know if we've bought two centre halves and we're playing a utility player at centre half, and we still don't know if Jensen Sealt or Triantis are any good because they don't play.
Sealt apparently is good.
Yeah, I've heard, because Burnley apparently were interested in signing him last season. So, and Burnley did pretty well. So, but he's injured, so we don't know. And I don't know when he's going to be back. Yeah, and
but where would he come in then?
Well, that's the thing. You'd have to drop either Ballard or 09, and because logically, you'd move 09 into defensive midfield, give Ekwa or Neil a rest, and then Sealt goes in at centre half. But they don't seem to be doing that. What will probably happen?
Could even do that on Saturday, and play Danny Batth. Like that wouldn't be a bad idea to do. I don't think put Unai
But
there.
they're not going to play Danny Batth because they want to sell him.
No, I know they're not. I know they're not. But like, it just seems stupid that we're
But
not using people who can play in positions and playing. We're not using people who do play in positions, and we're just going, "Oh, sorry, because he can play there." So
well, I have a theory that I'd like to. It's unsubstantiated, and I also robbed it from John Lambert. He pointed out that in terms of league games, Danny Bart's on 49 league games for us.
Yeah, we've seen this
So,
before.
and I'm not saying I don't know if there's a deal. Whenever we bought him, I don't know if there's something where we might have to give Stoke some money,
Mm,
but it would kind of make sense of why he's not being involved at all. Like he played in a cup game against Crew, and he's not featured in any other game. Now I don't want to go like conspiracy theory, but that would make a lot of sense of why he's not playing. But
well,
again, I'm not basing this on anything because I don't have any
no, but
information.
I mean, we've seen this before, and I think where that could be tested. Say on Saturday, should O'Nien or Ballard pick up an injury during the game,
Hmm.
Bath doesn't come on, then you're like, oh right, okay, maybe. But we've seen this before with Pantilimon a few years ago. He made 49 appearances.
Hoffman as well.
Emerson Tom did as well, famously.
Yeah, Hoffman, the keeper as well.
Oh yeah. He was crap, wasn't he?
Yeah, in hindsight, yes, he was.
They should sign him really. And then of course we got stung with Diaku, didn't we?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah. Anyway, like the game, the team's going to pick itself pretty much because unless Roberts is out with that knock he seemed to pick up at the end on Saturday, Richard. I don't know if you heard anything in your new journal rule.
No, I've heard very little in my brand new old journal rule. No. Okay, I guess we'll know more tomorrow, Thursday, when he does the press conference. But yeah, I'd have, in terms of picking itself, it's probably going to go unchanged, isn't it?
Probably, yeah.
That's three in a row now.
I think if Roberts is injured, I'd bring Pritchard into the team because otherwise you're going to have to play Barr or Bennett out there, and they're just, for me, maybe just think, I don't know, Barr put in a couple of decent performances last season, but starting him out wide against Coventry doesn't seem like a very good idea, really.
He's now a winger, of course. Didn't that's new because we wasn't employed there last season, and yeah.
Oh God, he'd be playing centre half.
Yeah.
That's what'll happen if O'Nien or Ballard get injured on Saturday. They'd be like, Bar, get in at centre half.
Yeah, Danny Batth, like me? No, just Bar.
Actually. Danny, what? It's like, come here. Tell Abdullah to get his shirt on. He's going on.
Tell him how to play centre half in 20 seconds. I could just.
I could do it. No. No, it's okay. For footballing reasons, we have to send you to Blackburn for the good of yourself.
It's gonna be great now when Danny Batth plays and Skip is the side on Saturday.
Yeah, welcome back, Skip.
I get sent off.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Yes. Yes.
The podcast would just end, wouldn't it? We'd just bring it to an end after 10 years. We died on a Danny Batth hill, and now we go.
Danny Batth.
I've died.
Jason Steele would have finished me off, but
yeah, I've died on worse hits. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be quite funny if he played and was just abysmal. Like, appalling, right?
like on his when he played against Bolton and just did an amazing own goal. Just like, yeah, that's what we like.
Oh, he's
Tony
terrible.
Mowbray just turns to us and goes, "See."
I told you I wanted to go to Blackburn.
Part of me wants this to no. Anyway, right. So, but yeah, that's sort of we just don't have many options. Is Chris Rigg back after his bad head?
I don't know.
What's
He's also like 16.
Yeah.
I know, but he seems to be our third substitute though. Like he seems to be the one of the ones that he can make.
I think it's
But
7
he's
days,
allowed-
isn't it? For concussion.
Right.
That's what Craig David
Oh, well,
had.
that'll be. Yeah, he should be
Yeah.
all right then.
It's a bit longer for Dennis Cirque.
Yeah.
6
well.
months. Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Good.
So I'm still a bit dizzy actually. Yeah, we haven't got any suspensions though.
No.
So it should be that really. Coventry are doing all right. They
Yeah.
bodied Middlesbrough, didn't they?
Yeah. And they should have beaten Leicester, really.
Yeah, they should have. I did a Coventry podcast yesterday, both in Sky Blue, and they were quietly confident. Well, not quietly confident, just confident about Saturday.
That's nice.
And it was like, fair enough, really. They said they started the season well. They've obviously lost Yorkers and Hamer, but obviously they brought in Ellis Sims, as we know, and they've brought in someone else whose name I've forgotten, and they've also brought in someone on loan from Brighton, I think.
They've got Haji Wright, who from Antalyaspor,
Yes.
American international. He got off the mark against Borough.
Yes.
So yeah, they've got Sims and Wright up front, and then I think they've signed someone that was on loan last season as well.
They've been playing that Sims alongside. Well, Sims didn't start actually.
Yeah, he didn't.
Well, not like that.
No, he didn't start. And they've been playing that Matt Godden up front as well. They've got him.
Hang on, so they've got three.
Mate, they got loads.
Yeah, they've got five. They are stupid.
They're stupid Coventry.
God.
Absolute morons with all of these
strikers just sitting on the bench. Dear me.
No. Yeah, it's just such a waste.
We spent 14 million on strikers this summer.
They've paid quite a lot for Ellis Sims, to be fair.
The Stadium of Light only cost 15 million.
Yeah, but it can't play up front.
Yeah.
Well,
Would you like to know last time we won at Coventry?
Yeah. I'm going to say this is going to be about 30 years ago, isn't it?
Longer than that.
Wow. Great.
April 1985. Would you like to know the last time we beat Coventry at all?
Yeah, was this, 2004?
Ooh, any advance on 2004, Richard?
2005.
2005, 2007.
Ooh.
We last beat them. And then we played 6 times since and not won. So there's that. We've only beaten them once since since the turn of the millennium, actually. So that's good.
Remember Coventry breaking Colin Healy's leg?
I didn't think all of Coventry did that.
Yeah.
I think it was just what was it called? Youssef.
I think it was Youssef Safri, wasn't it?
Yes, Youssef Safri.
Yeah.
I was going to say Youssef Chippo, just because.
I remember being in the pub when that happened, and everyone didn't drop the pints, but they were like turning away, recoiling in horror,
just like dropping the monocles out.
My word!
You knew it was a bad one when they weren't showing the replays of it.
Oh, they showed it. I remember watching it. They showed it once, and they were like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Oh God.
people being sick.
Yeah, but incredibly, they included it on the end of season
Yes.
DVD. Not that end of
Yes.
season; it was the season after.
Yeah.
Because when they went up, they like cobbled 2 seasons together and put like it as an extra, and they included the tackle. So someone's got it on DVD somewhere.
I have
Colin
that.
Healy's leg hanging in the air.
I own that DVD, and it's not a very good DVD, but yeah,
No.
they showed Stuart Downing scoring, and then just Colin Healy getting mangled. It's like, oh right, that's good.
Didn't even get sent off for that. It's just
No, he didn't get a booking.
terrible.
Amazing.
Awful talent.
It's just it's awful challenge, but he's not that kind of player. So
Yeah,
you know,
he's all right. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
he's
nice
all right.
guy.
Then Mick McCarthy broke it again.
that is really funny.
I'm sorry, Colin, if you're listening.
Yeah.
About your leg.
Sorry, how's your leg? How's the leg?
Well, it bodes well then, really, the records, I think. And after our excellent start of the season, I see no problems ahead. Actually, did you say 2007 when we last beat them? When was Chris Rigg born? Does that mean he's never seen Sunderland beat Coventry?
He won't have, because it was Chris Rigg. Well, actually, no, Chris Rigg was born in 2007, but it was June. So if it was 2006-07,
it was February 2007.
Yeah.
So he would have been.
We wouldn't have been born.
4 months old. Oh no, he wouldn't
have been born.
Sorry, yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Rigg might have been. No, it should be Mrs. Rigg would have been 2 months pregnant. I don't want to get into this.
You've dug yourself a bit of a hole on the conception of Chris Grigg. Chris Grigg. Oh, my God.
Good friends with Connor Evans.
This is like, pro. It's like we're doing like pro Evo football.
Yeah. The West Midlands Sky Blues, as we face on Saturday. Well, are we going to beat the West Midlands Sky Blues? Give me a prediction at once.
No, we're not. We're going to lose 2-1.
Right.
I'm going to go 1-0 defeat.
Mm.
Yeah, I didn't predict us to lose when I did the podcast, but that was because I didn't really want to.
Just agreeing with him, just his commentary, man.
But he predicted 3-0 to them, and I was like, oh, well, people think I'm really negative if I do that, and I'm not, obviously. No. I said we draw 2-2, but I don't believe that at all. I think we'll get beat 3-1.
It's also
just purely because we just don't have a centre forward, and it's just a dreadful place to go when you're not prepared because they're good. Like,
we really got bullied last time, didn't we? It was like we were just kicked around like
it's an awful place to play as well.
I mean, we normally do get bullied off them, and it's like because they're also like their fans are all like mega hyped about it because it's like a derby for them.
Yeah.
And it's
I think it's because historically we've not liked them for a litany of reasons.
Yeah.
The main one being the thing that your dad goes on about when they kicked a game 15 minutes late.
Mm.
People who've never had any exposure to that incident, I get angry about it. So it's become this like weird grudge match because they now want to be beating us as well. I don't really spend my days thinking about Coventry.
I went to that stadium once and it was an awful day. I mean, this one, for a change, it isn't at midday, so that's good.
Yeah. Games are usually televised.
Yeah, but then they do have the temerity to charge 37 quid, that's insane.
Mm.
And I'm actually quite glad that we haven't sold it out. I think it's kind of like I hope we don't actually have that many fans there because you've got to draw the line somewhere. It's because
It's very much
that's
like, yeah,
ridiculous.
it is ridiculous. It's very much, oh, well, they'll sell it anyway. So we'll just
Yeah,
charge 40 quid to take it, pretty much.
it's just.
It's like, I think we have sold quite a few, though. I think,
I mean, that is the thing is like because people do want to go follow them and whatever, but I just thought maybe this would be a bit of a watershed of saying, "Come on, this is too much. This is taking the
yeah,
piss, surely."
yeah, that's mad. But I don't think they'll be the only ones this season. I think Sheffield Wednesday going to be the same price. Uh,
Leeds.
Leeds is
Well,
47
Leeds have got that.
pounds.
I thought, aren't they having that like reciprocal thing? That was all the rage in the Premier League, like 20 is
Mm,
plenty, and clubs would like kind of agree not to charge more
Oh,
than 20.
yeah, yeah.
But now it's like it's now out the window, and I think Leeds had a reciprocal thing put in place. But as much as we're kind of painting the opposition as a villain, we're probably not going to charge a sensible price for away fans coming in to the
mm.
ground either.
Well, I think it's
Um,
32 quid at our place anyway, so it's not exactly cheap, is it?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty steep. Like,
it is. It's right at the top of the North Stand.
oh, very good.
God, honestly. Do you want to
Yeah.
plug your newsletter? Have you written your newsletter?
No, I forgot to do it last week.
Well, you forgot to publish my thing last time as well, didn't
Yes, I did.
Everything
Yeah,
quietly,
I've had a bad couple of weeks, but
this newsletter has been quietly binned. There was no twist.
you? Better not.
that's the twist.
You better not be like this under, former stalwart of the pod, Gary Foster, because he'll be all over you. You know, you can't be missing deadlines like that.
Yeah, Gary's deadlines that he set years is your boss. He won't be very happy about this.
Can I just say that Gary Foster is not my boss? I didn't want to say too much in case I'd encouraged you, because usually that's how it goes. But
I believe the term is supervisor.
go on, Richard. I think you're ready for it.
Not your direct boss, but you do have a line to him. Like, you know.
Did you just have to wear a badge that says trainee on it?
Yeah. I'm new.
Say hello. My name is Richard. Say hello. I'm new.
Sorry, taking you out for lunch. Showing you where the canteen is.
Well, I work remotely, so he's
coming around your house, showing you the
kitchen. Here's a kitchen. No, thanks, Gary.
Nice one. Cheers.
Tea and coffee's free. No, it's not. Bloody tea and coffee.
Well, that's quite the story there. We need to get Gary back on. Actually, we should do that. If you like Gary back on the pod, do tweet him at G Foster Journal. Anything else to cover?
Up to your question of the week.
Oh yeah.
I've been quietly binned as well.
Yeah, no. My question of the week. This week. Let's pull one out my arse. I did tweet a question the other week, and it was before I did question of the week, and it was how many slices of toast do you reckon you can eat? And I'm going to go with that one because I didn't ask it on the pod, and I don't think either of you replied to it. So,
yeah, I mean, your Twitter feed gives me an aneurysm every time I read it.
Yeah, well, don't read it.
I don't try not to.
How many slices of toast do you reckon you could eat?
What, like dry toast?
No, you can put what you want on it.
Oh, right, okay. Wait, okay, let me think. Richard, do you have an answer for this?
I've got one.
All right, you go first. I'll have a think.
12.
I reckon I went for 12. I reckon I'd eat 12.
How many slices are in a loaf?
I think you get. It feels like you get like 12 plus
how it's
plus
cooked.
the crust.
Hmm.
Googling now. In a loaf. Right, a standard. That's American. It's American.
Are we talking like
10 slices per loaf?
10 slices
I'm gonna
per
eat-
loaf. See, those things, those like Warburton's, like Danish ones,
Oh
like
yeah, they're like
in one
yeah.
sitting, I reckon I could eat the whole thing if like I needed to.
Yeah, because they're just fresh air.
Yeah. However,
Apparently it's 20. Sorry.
20. All right, okay.
Medium
I don't think I
slice.
could do 20 standard slices of toast. Like, it's quite a lot, isn't it?
That is quite a lot.
20 slices of milk roll.
Yeah, including the crust as well.
I think
Yeah, claggy.
I think if I had varied like jams and whatever,
Yeah,
I think I could do I think I could do 10. I think 10 would be my limit.
I reckon 12. We should do this, really.
Should we do it now?
12.
Everyone
Yeah.
go and get a loaf of bread.
Well, I'll probably get one from the work. Canteen. We don't have a canteen kitchen. Like go around. I just imagine eating loads of just your toast, Tom, with like 20 toppings on it, and like Homer with his rice, only 35 calories.
It's rice cake. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Could it be like stuff on it? Like, could you have like cheese on
That
toast?
would make it harder.
Yeah, it would make your job incredibly difficult. Putting
No.
butter on, I think.
No, because if you had cheese on toast, it would make it more delicious.
Yeah, but you'd also be fuller.
Yeah. If you put butter on it, you're essentially just putting a lubricant.
A lubricant,
Yeah. So it should make the whole task easier. If you're just asking to eat dry toast, absolutely, I would half that. I would say 6.
Well,
I would die.
Yeah.
I remember there was always that thing if you could eat like 3 like crackers, like how many crackers you could eat without like having any water, and you can really only do 3.
Yeah, because you'd literally choke because like bits start and go down your throat and get stuck. It's horrible.
So maybe, you'd need some kind of topping on it. Yeah.
Oh, you definitely, yeah. But like butter would do. Like if you're putting peanut butter on there, you've made a grave error.
I don't like peanut butter. Yeah, because peanut butter just clags up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like cement essentially.
I'm actually gonna.
Well, if you've got.
Yeah, I'm gonna revise my opinion. I'm gonna say 8 because I'm just thinking of like what toast does in your mouth. Sorry, we're on a tangent here. Like, we're all right.
Yeah. Well, if you've got any advance on 12, and if you think you could beat Tom's pathetic 8, then do get in touch, and Gareth will buy you a loaf of bread, and you can.
We'll do it at the live show, just eating bread or like toast.
Yeah, that's what we could do at the live show. All of your questions of the week.
Yeah, I don't want to have to do that. Why do I have to
your
do
questions?
Them? You can do them as well.
I'll happily do it.
Yeah, but I asked you, so you can do it. Right. If no one's got anything else, we can go now. I don't know if anyone's going to the game, so I don't know if there'll be a reaction. But hey ho, we'll try. Someone will be back. Gareth and Stephen, I imagine, will be back on Monday, and then there's going to be lots of the usual crapolo that's on the website that Richard likes to plug. So go and read all of that. Tom's Cans and Megabus might be there. It might not be. Who knows? But yeah, and buy tickets for the live show. You all know when that is by now, probably. It's the 6th of October. Right. Thanks for listening. Bye.